Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and it really is a pleasure to be back here in Rockford. I feel like every time I come here, something new is happening in Rockford, and it's all good. It really is. So I celebrate all of you today for that. And of course, we celebrate a win for transit and real opportunity for people in this entire region. I want to say specifically about the mayor, well, first of all, let me say to his mother, who's in the audience today, you did really good. Yeah. He really is one of the, I would almost say, the best municipal leader in the entire state of Illinois. He never is reticent to tell me what Rockford needs in a loud and clear voice. And honestly, because of who he is, because of all the good that he does here, and because what he recommends is really good for economic growth and jobs and opportunity for people, we respond. And I will say that he also works with a team of legislators that I get to work with every day in Springfield who genuinely care about this region. Not every area of Illinois is sending great people to represent them, and people who represent leadership in Springfield. When you send great people, other people around them in the General Assembly listen to them, and Steve Stottleman is one of those people. And I just want to thank Senator Stottleman for his leadership. I'd be remiss if I didn't also recognize the chairman of Winnebago County, Joe Chiarelli, and of course, Rockford City Administrator Todd Cagnoni, without whom today would not be possible. And again, you know, when it comes to what's best for the state of Illinois, we work across the aisle to get things done when we're talking about investing in infrastructure, when we're talking about job creation, when we're talking about the things that matter to people's everyday lives. It's important that we get people together, no matter where their ideology is or what party they belong to deliver for the people of this state. This region and this state, it truly is blessed to have so many leaders who are helping to upgrade and modernize our transportation in Rockford and beyond. Rockford Mass Transit District Executive Director Mike Stubbe. Mike, thank you, because you know, it's clear maybe you should also be running for public office, because you have a terrific set of remarks and personality. And I have to say, our team loves working with you. And when I say our team, I'm speaking specifically of our Department of Transportation Secretary behind me, Gia Biaggi, and the people who work at IDOT. And representing the men and women of organized labor who are making it all happen, President Alan Golden of the Northwestern Illinois Building Trades. Again, we can't build all of what we have built across the state. And I'll just remind you, as you're driving around the state, you know, and you see an orange cone on the road, and you're thinking, I got to slow down for the orange cones. I just want to remind you, first, I'm sorry, but I'm not really that sorry, because we really are rebuilding and modernizing everything across the state. I mean, every road and bridge and everywhere we can, and we're sending money to local communities so they can you can make decisions about what you want to invest in on your local roads. And from day one, the General Assembly and I have made modernizing our transportation and infrastructure systems one of our highest priorities. Years of neglect and disinvestment from state government have taken their toll, and Illinoisans were paying the price. Service was too sparse, commutes were too long, systems were run down and unsafe, and we were leaving our people and our communities behind and holding back our economic potential. So we took decisive action, and again, with Senator Stottleman and Representative West, Representative Vella, we made sure that we passed a historic $45 billion infrastructure project that is still going today. We have so much to do and so much more to do. Rockford Airport is one of my favorite places in the entire state, because every time we invest in Rockford Airport, it grows and more happens and more jobs get created, and I love that. That's what this infrastructure bill really is all about. And it's been a bold plan to bring truly world-class transportation systems to Illinois. This wasn't just about filling potholes and repairing train crossings. We set out to build the foundation for economic prosperity in Illinois and a better and more affordable future for the people of our state. Our North Star has been convenient, safe, and accessible transportation options for every person in every community in our state. Whether commuting to work or visiting friends and family, going to the grocery store, the doctor's office, running your everyday errands, the convenience and the efficiency of our transportation systems is essential to everybody's everyday lives. We've already made real progress in our pursuit of that. These investments also create good jobs and foster economic opportunity in communities, some that you haven't heard of, but where a real difference has been made. And I'm proud of that, because there are areas of the state where I know, for example, I didn't win a majority of the votes, and I probably got 20% of the vote in some areas where we have really uplifted and changed people's lives for the better as a result of the investments that we've made in infrastructure. Because when you become an elected official, after you win an election, you represent everybody, even the people who didn't vote for you. And I think that's a really important principle that we all ought to remind ourselves about every day, especially right now. So I want to say that our reliable transportation in the state really has catalyzed community revitalization and has provided the economic backbone for each region of our state. We have created permanent new jobs and brought in new businesses and sparked private investment, and that's been a mission of mine since day one. I think some people think Democrats aren't about creating jobs or economic growth. Indeed, we've been all about that, and we had a lot of headwinds. Everybody knows we had the pandemic that happened. We had all the things that came before it. There were challenges for the state. There was no economic development effort run by the state before I came into office, which is kind of a shocking fact. But we've really changed everything. And now we've got companies waiting in line to find places to build their new facilities in Illinois. We should all be happy and proud about that. What you see here today is part of that vision in action. With funding from the Rebuild Illinois Capital Grants Program, these facilities and their upgrades will help the regional transportation system better serve people's day-to-day needs. They're also accelerating, again, the sustainable economic growth here in Rockford and across Winnebago County that I get to see bit by bit every time I come into this region. Our state and local partnership is more important than ever. The partnership between the city of Rockford, between Winnebago County and the state of Illinois is hugely important, and again, I've never seen it this important before. Right now, the White House is withholding crucial infrastructure dollars and preventing projects from progressing across not just the state of Illinois, across the country. It is happening in red states and blue states. Projects have been halted. And just in Illinois, that means $826 million that were allocated to improve Illinois' roads and transit and bridges and rail lines from the federal government are being delayed or potentially unlawfully eliminated. We don't know. That is the chaos and confusion that has come out of Washington. They ought to just tell us what they intend to do. But right now, it's just a mystery. They halt things, delay things, and don't tell anybody exactly what the future will hold. $22.7 million for the Rock Island 11th Street US 67 reconstruction, delayed, halted. $52 million in multimodal improvements for Route 9. $123 million for electric vehicle charging upgrades. I could go on. These are projects that will make life easier and lower transportation costs and create good jobs. And this problem is happening across the country. In Illinois, we're fighting to ensure that we get every dime that we deserve, every dime that we fought for to get in the federal infrastructure bill. And we know what we're owed, and we're going after it. And truly, when that money gets appropriated by Congress, no one is supposed to interfere with it. It's unlawful to interfere with it. The president just doesn't get to just decide these things on his own. He doesn't. Now, if he wants to get Congress to change the law, he can do that, and Congress can decide whether they want to or not, but that's not what's happening. So I got off my soapbox now. But it's upsetting. It should be upsetting to everyone. Nevertheless, today is a good day. It's a good day for Rockford and for Winnebago County and for this entire region. We're proud of the economic progress that you're making right here, and I look forward to seeing this project fully come to fruition.